Shalom. We want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim teaching about the mind, why Martha, sincerity and truth. So Great Millstone, Dallas, and it's class day. And what we want to get into was the compare and contrast of the flood, which the Lord put the spirit on Noah. He showed him what he was about to do. You know, he was about to drown everybody. He let him know what was going on. So we're gonna touch on that story a little bit. Then we're gonna link it to today with us being in the stead of Noah to usher in the second coming of Yahweh Shai through Yahweh's order, you know, and that this world that we live in now is gonna be taken out by fire. Not the world gonna blow up. No, no, no. Wickedness is gonna be burned out of the earth. Just like water drown wickedness out of the earth. You see, and people want to talk about like what you still got vocab running up on Jake talking about the virgin birth after all this time. Look, at the end of the day, you gonna prophesy or you're not. Right. It's our job to prophesy. You see, tell the people what's coming, tell them how it's coming, tell them why it's coming. We just can't tell you that it's gonna be Wednesday at 3 o'clock. The Lord gave us everything else. You know what I'm saying? So getting into somebody get nothing new under the sun, Baba Kasha. Yeah. Because it's always what say if somebody get the Lord what would do nothing until he really secrets to his service the prophets. Okay. You see, everybody that got a Bible, the Lord not giving you the secrets. The Lord didn't give you the mysteries. The Lord didn't give you the understanding. Because why? You're not his friends. Right? Those pastors after the Lord's heart, those are his friends. Yahushua told the disciples at a certain point when they grew up enough, he told them that they went from disciples to friends. You see? I wouldn't share my secrets with a complete stranger, and neither would none of y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna meet like Forrest Gump sitting on the bus stop telling all his goddamn business. That's not how we roll. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. So Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
Right. The one say the Lord judged the earth with Noah. He's gonna judge the earth with us. You know what I'm saying? Starting with the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone and like-minded men. The hopeful elect. You see? Ain't nobody else even worried about being delivered.
Oh, that's crazy.
As crazy as the world is looking right now, ain't nobody worried about deliverance.
Oh, they don't have any fear. Scripture says Noah was moved with fear. That's why they live for 120 years.
Yep.
Same thing with the elect. Everyone else don't fear. They're walking around with absolutely no fear right now. They haven't thought.
So you could pull that precept too. If you already got it. Yeah, that too. Yeah, read that and then read that.
Okay, this is Amos 3 in verse 7. It says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
See, and Noah was one of his prophets. You see, he let Noah know. So once we get into Noah, start in chapter 5, you know what I'm saying? We gonna when we first introduced himself to Noah, what he told him he was gonna do, how he told him he was gonna do it. We're gonna get into all that, Lord willing, it'll be edifying. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, Yahweh Shemir Shai, things not seen as yet.
You see that? It hadn't rained at that point. You see? The water was dew coming from the ground up until that point. Right. So from the time that the Lord showed Noah what he was going to do, Noah moved with fear. He showed him something he hadn't seen before, which is the same thing that's going to happen with us. We've never seen thermonuclear war.
Destroy a whole country.
You know what I'm saying?
That's unheard of.
But we done seen all kinds of different things. We done seen the Lord move on people. Earthquakes, tsunamis, all these different things. Lord ain't squeamish about knocking out thousands of people at a time. We've seen the Lord do that, but he's going to give us something new. You see?
Something better.
Something better. Go ahead.
By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
You see, and I was saying that ark was the chariot. You know what I'm saying? That ark was a chariot for that time, and the elect was Noah and his family. You see? So when you get into the Lord introducing himself to Noah and showing him what went down and showing him what he was about to do, it wasn't nothing else Noah was worried about. Noah was a preacher of righteousness, building an ark for the destruction.
Right, and the Lord implanted faith. All right, because there's people who heard and read these things, but they don't have the faith. We've been blessed with the faith and the understanding as to how it's going to play out. People talk about Babylon.
Yep.
People read Babylon, but we've been given an understanding of where Babylon is.
Yep.
You know, how it's going to go out. You know, with these, you know, visions in the book of Jeremiah 50, you know, Jeremiah 51. All of these have been able to, through the blood of Yahweh Shai, we've been given vision. And where there's no vision, people perish. So there's people with the Bible talking about Babylon and, you know, the beast. But when it comes to the understanding, they haven't been. He didn't share that secret with them.
That's right.
They're not his friend.
Go ahead.
Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
See, and Ephesians 2:8 tell you that faith is a gift from the Lord. You don't give gifts out to complete strangers, bro. I'm not finna walk up in Walmart and buy everything up in Walmart to give it to a bunch of people I don't know. People don't. That's what I'm saying. And even if a nigga do that today, it ain't in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? It's a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might as well be handing out turkeys like Nino Brown. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no sincerity in what these people doing because they don't have that vision.
Right.
You know?
Proverbs 18 and 16. A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. So everybody don't have that gift to get on. You know?
They don't. And they don't even want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want it. They'll tell you they trying to chase the bag, or they gonna tell you what they want to do.
Right.
They're not talking about what the Lord do. There ain't nobody out there with a Bible that's telling you what the Lord gonna do, except for the prophets.
Right. That gift is like your ticket to the feast.
Yeah.
They ain't give everybody a ticket.
That's right. Now I put in the AI mode. I put what was the question I put? Yeah, I put what is the GMS take? Yeah. The Great Millstone, a prominent camp within the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Whatever. Teaches that the first death is physical mortality. And
you didn't finish the question. What was the question you asked?
Oh yeah. I said, what is Great Millstone's take on the first and second death?
Okay.
Yeah. It says the first death is physical mortality and natural from natural causes or violence, while the second death is physical destruction of America, Babylon the Great, via nuclear weapons and laser during the second coming. So then I put, hold on, where it's at.
Yeah, the first death is the flood.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I went when they said that. Hold on, let me see. You scroll down a little bit because I was getting on this nigga ass.
And Noah was the one who the Lord, you know, used to continue the legacy of righteousness.
Ooh.
This is why what's that, Sirach 44? That Noah is likened to a remnant.
So I put, what about Noah and the flood and how it pertains to the first death? It says in Great Millstone's doctrine, Noah's flood is recognized as the first historical global judgment by water, which served as a massive execution of the first death, physical mortality. They still throwing that in there upon a wicked world. You see? So that's what I made him say, nah, the nigga Noah was the first death. That's what that was about, because it was about the judgment on the world. You know what I'm saying? So after I got that, all the precepts start coming from that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new being under the sun. This thing is gonna happen again. Matter of fact, can you get nothing new under the sun in the NLT? Yeah.
I got it. I'm right here. This is Ecclesiastes 1 in verse 9 in the NLT. All right, it reads, history merely repeats itself. It's all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. Sometimes people say, here, something is new. But actually, it is of old. Nothing is ever truly new.
You gotta understand that.
Yeah.
You see? So the first destruction of the world, the Lord gave us the rainbow and said he wasn't gonna do it like that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then when you get 2 Peter, what's that 3, where it talks about this judgment is reserved under fire? Can somebody get that? Because at the end of the day, you had the Lord send his prophets You had the judgment, and then you had the Lord's instructions afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When Noah and his sons got off the boat, he told them to be fruitful and multiply, and that's why you have people, the different nations and all that today. You see? So after the Lord sends Yahushua to destroy Babylon the Great, it's gonna be some instructions for the elect.
Yeah.
Right? Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. It goes into reigning with Yahushua for 1,000 years. That's the instructions after the destruction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got it?
You wanted KJV or NLT?
Let's do both.
All right, this is 2 Peter 3. I'll start at 5 to point to 7, the KJV. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
See, I was saying, you see how Peter is telling you about the past and then telling you about the future? That's the same thing we doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to tie it all together.
It coincides.
Otherwise, you just wasting the Bible.
Right. You don't think that this is going to happen again.
Right.
And then the judgment that the Christian church talks about is underground.
Right.
The scriptures say, no, that just like the flood came to the earth, fire is coming to the earth.
That's right.
Verse 6, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly.
That's what I'm saying. And the planet wasn't completely wiped out. They act like it ain't gonna be no earth if Esau ain't running it.
Right.
Nah, the flood cleansed the earth. It didn't destroy the whole thing. It cleaned it up. That's what this fire is gonna do. It's gonna clean it up.
Cleansing agents.
You know? Go ahead.
It's 2 Peter 3 and 5 in the NLT. They deliberately forget that the Most High made the heavens long ago by the word of his command, and he brought the earth out of from the water and surrounded it with water. Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with the mighty flood.
I'm saying it went from water coming up as dew from the ground to it tell you in the story of Noah how the Lord opened up the water. Water was coming from the heavens. Water was coming from inside the firmament. Water was coming from under. Water was coming. It went from water coming from one spot to water coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this fire the fire that's promised to this place ain't never been seen before. You see? We always talk about Terminator 2 with Sarah Connor up against that fence. Well, it's precepts that link up with that.
Right.
You see?
If I can answer this, that's kind of the same thing. Like you said, he opened up the windows of heaven and then he opened up the waters from deep. What's going to happen to America? There's a super volcano in Yellowstone. So that's going to bring what magma from under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's fault lines all over, particularly especially California, the West Coast, the San Andreas fault line.
Yep.
Think when 1,000 missiles hit that fault line, what's going to happen?
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's going to crack that shit open, bro.
Yep. And then you always mention how the water is so filthy, it's going to actually ignite instead of putting it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
tar just drying up on the shores. The Lord is coating, Babylon for the taking, for the fire, to feel ignite, fuel of fire.
yep. Go ahead.
So it's gonna be the same thing. No new thing on the sun from both ends. That fire's gonna come like that water did.
Yeah.
Verse 6. Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with the mighty flood. And by the same verse 7, and by the same word, the present heavens and earth have been stored up for fire.
You see that? Like you said, the Lord is coating this place for destruction.
Yeah.
It's being coated in all these different chemicals that's going to ignite. It's being coated in. It's being coated for judgment. Look how proud these people are. Everybody got a page. Everybody got a this. Everybody got a that. Everybody want to voice their opinions. You can't count how many people cut on their cameras just to cuss the Lord out like he the one trip.
Right, I got one real quick.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 34:9 in the NLT. The streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch, and the ground will be covered with fire.
Ooh. That's what I'm saying. What you gonna do with that?
Right.
So the Lord is having his prophets to go out and tell the world, look, this is what I'm about to do. And what they do, they scoff. They're willingly ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We just read that. Okay, well, the Lord gonna willingly burn your ass up.
Okay, yeah. I just want to read this for you real quick. 2 Ezra 15 and 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. All right, their unbelief. So the same way Noah was prophesying all that time, hey, this is the destruction that's about to happen. Them people didn't believe, and they don't believe now because it's the same niggas.
That's what I'm saying. The first time they ever felt rain was the last time they felt rain.
Right.
Yeah.
So for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Mhm.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
You see? And he's telling you that before. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be surprised. That's why I say, and they shall know that I am the Lord. They shall know that it was prophets among them. You see? So let's go back to you got that Noah.
Well, I had a quick one, but
Bring it out.
okay.
Bring it out.
Just
But yeah,
back-
we're
back-
gonna get Noah 5. I mean Noah 5. Genesis 5.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah. And then make sure we get how the Lord brought that water.
Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon chapter 16 and verse 15. Just laying back on the point how you all made mention about how hey, the Lord is going to have it to where fire is going to be burning in water, and that's what He did in ancient Egypt, and this is spiritual Egypt. Says no one. It's Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 15 in GMT. No one can possibly escape from you. Look at those ungodly people. They refuse to recognize you as power, so you punish them with your great power.
See, everybody always want to talk about like the Lord be tripping. He killed 42 kids just for talking about somebody's hairline. Okay, fine. If that's what you got out of it, cool. You one of them badass kids that's gonna get destroyed. Okay? Go ahead.
God, it says they were overtaken by terrible storms of rain and hail and were completely destroyed by fire. Now, mind you, this is speaking about Egypt, ancient Egypt, and when you read this account in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, King Solomon was going into a little bit further detail than what you read in the account in the book of Exodus. So it says the most amazing thing was that the fire burned all the more fiercely in the water, which usually puts fire out.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what the Lord is telling us that He's about to do. So when the Lord said, if you don't go out there and tell the people, then it's gonna be blood on your hands and you're gonna be partaking in whatever they partake in. We understand the power of the Lord. He can make that's what I'm saying. He can make fire burn water. He can make water come from wherever he want.
Man,
You know? Go ahead.
that was it on that one.
All right, go to Genesis 5, where the Lord showed Noah.
Yeah, people don't realize
That's a 6.
6.
this
Yeah.
judgment coming down. It isn't a matter of chance that all this death is going to happen.
Right.
The Lord has marked you people for judgment. So there's no plot or ploy that you can have where you could evade this.
Right.
It's either you're on one accord with the Father and the Son, or you're not. And that's what people they got it fucked up. Because you'll bring up, hey, World War III is about to happen. These things are about to happen. And they got this thought in the back of their mind, and they just gonna wiggle through it some kind of way.
Yep. Ordering Gucci raincoats. They just the niggas from the flood back
Yeah.
modern times.
Yeah.
Keyboards and
Same thing.
raincoats.
It's the same exact thing. This nigga went and got a motherfucking raincoat.
Right, because he got flooded before, so he just got to have it. Most people don't have a raincoat like that. But this
No.
nigga- he got 3 of those. Yellow jokes.
Man. Bruh.
Yeah.
With the matching boots.
With the magic.
Nah, that ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I would say Jacob have a closet full of raincoats, but he won't repent.
Right.
With them brothers.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Lord sent his prophets out there for the those that that's gonna wake up due to the prophet's word. You see? But we're gonna read the story of Noah. Did nobody make it but Noah and his house? You know what I'm saying? And it tell you how wicked people was and how it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until it was time. It's the same concept happening today. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't no casual believers that made it on the boat.
There you
You
go.
can't be a casual believer.
It don't work like that.
Fence too. Oh yeah, well I don't know, because when you suspicious of something, it's like a distrust. I don't really know about that.
Yeah.
But that's how Jake mind is. They have a distrust in the truth because they suspicious about it. They never heard it before.
Right.
I don't know if I'm here. I don't know. Okay, that so your reasoning right there determine your life or death.
Right. I was reasoning with Noah, like, I don't know about that rain, dog. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
That nigga
Right.
ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Doubt is as a sin.
See that? Don't doubt it or damn. Oh,
Yeah.
rebellion as the sin.
Rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. That's a rebellious thought process, man, and I have faith in the Lord.
All right. We can go ahead and get that Genesis 6.
All right, this is Genesis 6 from the top. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High, or the sons of the power, saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
That's the Nephilim, Doc. The fallen angels, brother. You know, yeah, you know, vocab is out there messing with them brothers in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland.
Jump to where it talk about Noah, how old Noah was.
Okay.
Or the last verse.
You said what?
Is it the last verse? Genesis 5.
I didn't write them down. I just know where I was.
Oh, yeah. Genesis chapter 5 and verse 32. It says, and Noah was 500 years old.
Now keep in mind, he's 500 years old. So imagine how much wickedness he done seen.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Man, it says Genesis 5 and 32. It says, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
When he was 500 years
When
old.
he was 500 years old.
When they worked.
And it took him over 100 years to build the ark. And he was preaching that whole time. You see? He was of that line of those. He was of that line. Those giants that go back to the sons of God. Not big 800, 9,000 foot niggas hanging on to the bottom of the. That's what I'm saying. How big was the ark? If you had a whole nation of big ass niggas
3 cubits.
holding on to the bottom,
Right.
they done held on to the bottom of the boat underwater for months. What, it was 100 and something? Well, that's like 3-4 months. Just under the water, just holding on for
Well, they
3
half angel.
Come on now.
Yeah, they don't.
Come on
You
now.
don't gotta breathe.
They don't have to breathe.
Yeah, but they got to bust a nut though. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Going back to Genesis 6.
Yeah,
verse
just
3.
go to where the Lord showed Noah what he was gonna do.
Okay.
So, can somebody get Jeremiah 3 and 15 real quick?
You could just jump, or you could just jump to verse 13.
Come.
Genesis 6 and 13, it says, and the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
And apparently Noah agrees because he's looking at what the Lord is telling him. You know what I'm saying? You right, Lord. Just like that movie, Green Pastures, when the Lord was talking to Noah and he was talking about the state of the earth. And Noah got to the point where he was like, yeah, Lord, it's about that time because the women is worse than the men. Oof. That's the same thing happening now. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
Verse 14, it says, the Lord says, make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark. It says, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch.
Now, keep in mind, he gave Noah something to do.
Gave instruction.
You know what I'm saying? Occupy till I come, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna give you enough time to do it. Noah didn't know when the Lord was gonna cut it off. He just know the instructions. Or build the ark, preach the word. You see, that's what we doing now. We preaching the word. We building the ark spiritually. You see, people don't even realize that the ark was a chariot. It was a vessel to carry him through the destruction. Right? And it ain't nothing new under the sun. So this is what we get to look forward to. And the way we prove it is to go back to the story of Noah. Okay?
Yep. Not only was he given the prophecy, he was given instruction on how to deliver.
That's right.
How to be delivered out of what was prophesied. That great destruction. So it's the same with us.
Yep.
We're building under Yahweh Shah, we're building a spiritual ark, a spiritual tabernacle.
That's right.
You got the measurements, the
Yeah.
plumb line. Like a plumb line is a measure. So that's what the scriptures.
That's what I'm saying. He gave him such specific instructions to where it was no way he could deviate. He had to stay focused on the task.
Right.
We got to stay focused on the task. You see? I would say, how would that look if we telling everybody they finna get burnt up if we not getting ready? Because it say the righteous gonna scarcely be saved. You see? So the Lord is very detailed in what he gave. This 100% truth that he's given us is 100%. We gonna follow this thing, Lord willing, until the chariots come. You see? That's what Noah did. Go ahead.
Going back, when you grab that word make in the Hebrew, when the Lord says make thee an ark of gopher wood, you go into it, it literally means to work.
You see? And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, working. You see? Working with what we've been here.
You being on that chariot or the ark, it coincided with you labored. You had faith, and you had faith and works. They went hand in hand with you. These people, man, they say they believe, but their actions and their conduct and their speech don't align
Right.
with actually having faith to get access to being on the chariot when it comes.
That's it. And when you read that Hebrews 11, it told you, the driving force behind Noah's work, and it was fear.
Right.
Because when you are motivated by fear, you're careful in what you're doing.
And these niggas don't give a damn. With the fringes on their t-shirt, they ain't scared of nothing. They'll say anything. They'll do anything. They have no fear for the Lord. And it stinks. And it's somebody that's sincere, you can see it.
Well, remember that dude at IUIC took a picture of his ride,
His ride,
went to the chick in the room where her husband was at.
And sat next to him.
Yeah.
With the fringes on.
You don't
And
believe
then what she did? What she say? She ain't telling her, look at this nigga. Oh, right. Nasty.
Right. I can't wait.
that's the type of behavior Noah saw
Right.
without the cell
Even
phone.
worse.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Without the cell phone, you try to use your imagination on that one.
No.
Man.
But basically, even Wisdom of Solomon 14, it gives you an insight on what the sons of God were doing.
Mm.
It talks about the proud giants. Basically, it's centered around idol worship, worshiping other gods outside of the Lord. That's what's bit us in the ass
Every time.
every time. So the curse of disobedience starts with a Noah-like figure. So, and that's basically that Sirach 44. Do you get that real? Sure. That's basically what the remnant represent. The scriptures say Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So the Lord showed him his will. And the others, we don't know their fate, but they were tied to him.
Right. Right.
So certain people that's going to be delivered, that's tied to a particular man of the Lord in some capacity where the Lord will have mercy on them. Because those women, imagine how they felt being the only four women that, you know what I'm saying, were out of the whole earth that time to be delivered. They're like, I love you.
Hey.
Hugging Ham, like, hey. Ham,
This is Sirach 44 and verse 17. Noah was found perfect and righteous. In the time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came.
So he's left as a remnant. There you go.
Yep.
Remnant of the elect. That's an example. An example of how when there's nothing, because there was no rain back then.
Right.
He didn't know. Noah didn't say, Lord, how you gonna do that? How you gonna make rain? He didn't question the Lord. He just went and did what the Lord said. So pretty much he went on blind faith. And then when that rain started coming down, when they were already in the ark, that's when the people was like, oh shit, wait a minute. And then it started getting, then the Lord opened up the floodgates of heaven. He opened up the floodgates of the deep. Bang. So it was over. It said the flood was 18 cubits above the highest mountain.
18 up.
He opened the waters from the firmament.
That's it.
You could just imagine just extrapolating this in the spirit. Like it probably could have been times where Noah could have been building. He probably felt a raindrop or something like that. Probably look up. Oh snap! You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Right.
just speculating. I'm not saying.
I mean, it didn't rain until that.
Well, yeah, Kyle.
You know what I mean?
That's spirit. It's like
Because in Psalm, it said, when Psalms 9 and 16 said the Lord is known by his judgment. The word known goes to up close and personal. So they knew then when they was in the shit, oh man, now you know up close and personal.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't playing.
Well, that's an aspect of Moses being face to face with the Lord. Because it was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that land, but who actually saw it and ushered it in, you know what I'm saying, was he saw the salvation. To others it was promised to, but he actually was the one the Lord chose to be at the forefront of it. So, Jacob, well, in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? But Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they were just promised. He was the one who face to face saw it.
Yeah. That was the beginning, because that was the start of beginning of the promise.
That's it.
You know, now the promise isn't given to kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, like the elder said, you know, he was actually the first one to see it. You know, and pretty much Moses, if you know, the people out there could receive it, that was Jacob also.
That's it.
You know, and Jacob, you know, had 12 sons, and that was the seed of the promise. That's where the promise ended, right there.
Yep.
Jacob.
That's it. Fall on his head.
This is
Did we finish that Sirach that you asked for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noah is basically likened it to a remnant, so we can tie our story to his. See, Christians, they don't tie now, the flood to now. They may just say it's just like the days of Noah, but that's as far as it goes. Then this nigga walk off with a hot dog.
Yeah. That was they don't realize you live in the they talk about Bible days like the Bible is over.
But every time it rains, that's a reminder.
Yeah.
You see the rainbow.
And you see the rain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something.
And look what they're doing with the rainbow.
Right.
I lost it every day.
To show you how the Lord is going to completely just burn this place up. And
Well, you know how-
I said, 17. He said that it will be as the days of Lot. You know, as the days as it were in Lot's time, that's going to be coming to the Son of Man. So that's how you know what time it is. That's how you know what we here.
We are here.
Yeah, the scripture speaks about despisers of covenants. That's the part because the Lord did make a covenant with all flesh, and the token was that with the rainbow. But and we're in the generation of where people they don't uphold or honor or revere covenants. You know,
Children grow up and they see the rainbow and they actually associate with alphabetism.
Yeah.
The first thought that come to children's mind, you born out in 2000, your thought ain't, oh, that's the Lord's promise to not flood the earth.
Right.
Your thought is alphabetism.
Yeah.
You know how dirty that probably looked to the Lord? That thought is in people's minds?
Yeah, that's okay for you.
because of
I'm
Esau.
gonna say it's a plug over there, bud. Behind the curtain.
Okay, guys.
Go ahead.
Genesis 7.
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 7 and verse 11.
And what we want to do is we want to describe the flood, how it happened, what happened afterwards. You know what I'm saying? The instructions that were given, because we coming up on our flood of fire. You know what I'm saying? We know the mark of the beast is coming. We telling you the build up to the fire.
Right.
From the smith that bloweth the coals to the pushing of the MOTB. All that leading up to fire. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 7 and verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up.
All the fountains of the great deep. You know what I'm saying? This keep going.
God, it says, and the windows of heaven were open, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights.
Check this out. In the Bible, the number 40 symbolizes a period of testing, trial, and spiritual preparation. It frequently marks a transition or a major turning point, such as the 40 days of the flood, the 40 years of Israel in the wilderness, wandering around, the 40 days that Yahweh fasted in the wilderness. So that number 40 is huge. You see, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And what was that doing? It cleansed the earth of wickedness.
We had 40 years of peace in the Holy Land.
You see that?
Yeah, hey, Elijah was on the when he was on the mountain. When the Lord pretty much came to him, he was in the mountain for 40 days.
You see?
And when he received the instruction, I left them to be 7,000 men. They ain't bowed the knee to the image. That was 40 days.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Apostle Tahar that came up on 40 years teaching.
Man.
Man.
You see? But go back to the flood.
God.
Yeah.
It says Genesis 7 and verse 13. It says, in the self same day entered Noah, Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah and Noah's wife, and the three wives of all his sons with them into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort, and
Bro,
they
Lord saved more animals than people. Let that sink in. Let you know how wicked they was back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He saved one family, one house, and animals.
8 souls.
Man.
When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, 15th, 16th verse, it tells you salvation is going to be like a wave compared to a drop. A wave could flood a coastline. A drop of rain could fall. You might not notice that it happened. The Lord never deals with big numbers of people when he talk about saving people.
Right.
But you got these Purple Ranger niggas and the wristband niggas.
Mm.
They just all about numbers. It's like the Lord don't even work like that. You're not reading.
Need the path garment.
Well, who was that said that? I believe that was that Judas Maccabee. He said it's easy for the Lord to save by few or by many. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, like you said, it's like the situation with Elijah. You know, he heard, you know, all them different things happen, and the Lord wasn't in any of them, but he was in that still small voice.
Yeah.
You know, it just shows you the power of the Lord, you know, and that's why, you know, like we are looked at as nothing. You know, but here it is, the most powerful information on the planet is coming out through people that the world deems as nothing, nobodies. You know, but that's how the Lord works.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, going back, Genesis 7 and verse 15, it says, and they went in unto Noah into the ark.
That's what I'm saying. They went into the chariot to be delivered.
Mm.
Salvation is to be delivered from destruction. You see? I saved from a whole life of sin when I was in my 20s. I hooked and hold my whole 20s. I gave my life to Jesus when I was 50. And I've been saved ever since.
They say I found Jesus like he been lost, but Jesus, yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord been in the whole time. How you find someone that was already there?
And you've been saved all this time, right?
If I may say real quick, it's heavy in that verse. It says they went in unto Noah into the ark. They went in unto Noah. So they had to go to Noah first to enter into the ark.
So they gotta go to the prophets.
Just like as we got to go through, you know, we have to go through Yahweh Shai to enter into that door. And like what the priest Yawanda said, now in today's time, the people have to go to the prophets to be established. It's the same thing.
Because the prophets pretty much are the ambassadors for the Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
I got a precept.
Break it out.
Isaiah 26 and 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. So, you know, enter into the chambers is figuratively speaking about us going into the chariots, man. Until the indignation be overpassed, because there's gonna be no way that you're gonna be on the planet Earth here, especially here in America, while the earth is rocking to and fro like a drunkard and everything, you just gonna be cool.
Especially if you're an Israelite. There's not an Israelite that's gonna survive, that's not gonna be taken up into the chariot.
Yeah, right. Here in America.
Right.
You know, because you know, you're gonna have other nations and peoples that are still gonna be around the four corners, like beholding the destruction of America, but it's gonna be chaos all over the place. Because the 2/3 is specifically here.
Yep.
You know, but you have rebels that are going to be worldwide that are still going to be, you know, bucking up,
rooted out.
And then that's when, you know, at that time, that's when, you know, judgment's going to begin to happen whenever we come back down off the chariots, man. We're going to be judging and also having mercy too.
And you might have clowns that are here in America right now going against the doctrine that go to other countries.
Right.
So that's part of the rebels because they were in the fray.
Yep.
You know, and then you have, you know, camps that have been established around the world of individuals that are, you know, spawns of these guys. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point you made.
All right, go ahead and read down to 20.
Genesis chapter 7 and verse 15 again. It says,
thanks a lot. That's why the scriptures say that we see through a glass darkly, you know, but then face to face, because the glass is becoming more and more clear the closer we get to the end. You know, that smoke is like clearing off, you know, through the eye salve, you know, through the hyssop of the truth, you know, that stained glass is becoming clearer and clearer.
Genesis chapter 7 verse 15, and they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as the Most High had commanded him, and Yahweh shut him in.
Yep, male and female created he them. You fast forward to now, they got all these other so-called species or whatever, right? That's what I'm saying. But that goes into the wickedness that's gonna bring fire to this place. You see, it's the same thing going on, but we seeing it in our version. You know what I'm saying? we seeing it in the future.
Right.
You know, all the prophets saw the future. They saw what was going to lead up to the Lord crispifying this place. You see, Babylon the Great was made to be burned with fire. You see, that's why it's called a whore. That's why it's called a harlot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's made to be crispified.
Yeah.
Use your word.
Genesis 7:17, it says, and the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth.
Bruh.
Lift it up.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Ooh,
That's heavy.
had to get above sea level.
Bruh. The highest mountain got drowned.
And they will. Let me say back that and
Yeah.
a little bit further.
You know what I'm saying? They said the water was on the earth for 150 days. How many months is that?
That's
5
months.
You know what I'm saying?
Change, something like that.
Come on now.
Just water, just different.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was saying, and then after that, Noah was giving instructions.
Yeah, 5 months.
You know what I'm saying? Soon as they got out the ark, he made the altar to the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And he planted a vineyard.
yeah, like
Or he
That vineyard, you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing we gonna do pretty much.
there you go.
We go plant, we go get the, we go off, you know, we go get them seeds, everything gotta be pre-planted,
Mhm.
fix the earth, basically.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
The Lord got some stored away.
Yeah.
These devils are trying to destroy all the seeds of everything. The Lord got all that stored away
Right.
somewhere, somehow. You know?
That's right.
And they said the water lifted them up. So I think in First Peter 4 said the water saved. They were saved by the water.
Man.
You know,
Hey, so like
no,
it's affliction in a way. It's gonna be a saving to a lot of us.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In our situations, man, it's gonna be like a relief. It's gonna be saving.
It was like that in Egypt. You know, the same affliction that came upon the Egyptians. It was pretty much when he was in the land of Goshen. It was good.
Yeah.
All those particular plagues that happened in Egypt, it didn't befall us, man. You know, specifically like when the, you know, like when the lice and stuff came and the cattle marine and all that kind of stuff. It tells you specifically like it didn't befall the children of Israel.
Right.
So you know we gonna, you know, Lord willing, be of that number. We gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. A terror to the world because it flooded everybody, but it saved the 8 souls. Just like when we see now the fire and the chariots coming, like it says in was it Zechariah, where it's a curse that comes out the earth. It's a curse for everyone else, but it's going to be salvation for us.
Because it says, only with thine eyes shall I behold the reward of the wicked. You know? So you got it, like the Apostle Tar just mentioned, one of these videos we just did, that pretty much the elect are going to be the ones to see the destruction here in America.
Right.
Because the other people around the world, they're not going to be able to see it. You know, they're going to be able to hear about it, you know, see the smoke probably, but there's going to be a ringside seat for the elect looking straight down on this place. That's why the Apostle John was able to write about it. You know?
It's going back to Genesis chapter 7, verse 17. Says, and the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth. And that's spiritual. But that's what the spiritual ark in these times is going to do. The chariots. Revelation 15 says, and the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered.
That's heavy, you know, that proves too that Noah followed the Lord's detail to a T. Because if he skipped anything,
It would have been through.
that's it.
have a centimeter off on anything.
Yeah.
Cuts the wood,
Yep.
be cut,
Yep.
or
With the certain side, the right weight.
Yeah, man.
yep.
We get the same way. We gotta divide the truth.
That's it.
It's a scripture that says it, like just like that.
Right. Right in the right.
Right divide, yeah.
Like skillful.
Building the tabernacle is precise.
Yeah. Yep.
Those particular tabernacle being built. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was very, very detailed on every cubit.
Particularly.
You know, particulars. If you build a house, if you build it, if you a carpenter, you building a house or something, you off, that whole foundation can just be thrown off and everything can go to ruin. That's it.
So you gotta follow the chief cornerstone.
Yeah. Because like with dealing with carpentry, if you start off and you're a half inch off, you're gonna chase that half inch all the way up to the end of the, you know, the whole building you got to keep adjust for that half-inch.
Wow.
Damn.
Man, wow.
Yeah, that's shit.
Let's jump to when Noah when they got off the boat.
Okay. Let's see.
Verse 15 or chapter 8.
I got a quick
Okay.
one. I got a quick one. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14:7 in the GNT. A blessing was on Noah's wooden boat that allowed righteousness to survive.
Man.
But a curse is on an idol made by human hands. So it was letting you know there was idol worship going on. Noah, basically was the one to extend the culture, the name of the Lord, everything that was needed. Sacrifice.
Yeah, and then they both made out of wood.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
You get that in Wisdom of Solomon somewhere. I think it's 12 or 4. It said they would save by
Yeah.
wood. They said a wood of no value because people look at wood, it has no value, but that wood, it saves it.
Yeah, it's
Go
great.
Go ahead. Go for wood.
Yeah, gopher wood. Pretty much, it's not that it's insignificant wood, but it's pretty much, you got all the top tier wood that was there, but the Lord just chose this basic wood right here in order to carry on his heritage from the prior time to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pre-Diluvian era to the next era to come.
Chooses basic men that don't look like that.
There you go.
So he gets the glory.
That's right. That's right.
I typed in on the ChatGPT with the benefits of gopher wood and water. It says strong and durable construction, high resistance to rot and decay. So it's a wood that it doesn't really rot that much. Good performance in wet conditions.
There you go.
Work well with pitch. That the Most High instructed Noah to apply inside and out.
Yep.
It's built for the test.
There you go.
It says gopher wood represents the Most High's provision of a means of salvation through the ark, which preserved Noah and his family, and water can represent both judgment and cleansing or new life.
That's First Peter 3.
It's in the cypress tree family. We go out there, go fishing. Out there on the lake, you see a lot of cypress trees in the water.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
they flourish in the water.
Oh, there you go.
That makes sense. Those trees that be coming out of the water.
Yeah, it's resistant to mold and all that stuff you're going into.
Yeah, they don't rot out.
Yeah.
I feel on it.
Yeah. Well, Noah made the sacrifice after they got off the boat.
Okay, let's see.
15, I think.
And then from
15.
right, so it shows you how
14.
Noah felt by getting off the boat, being delivered. First thing he did was praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we those men. Once we go into those chariots and that whole ceremony, however long that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? First thing we gonna be doing is praising the Lord. We're gonna be praising the Lord in the ships. You know what I'm saying? It literally describes how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Genesis 8:11, it says, and the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. It says, so Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth.
Mm-hmm.
I find it heavy that it was an olive leaf out of all the leaves that was found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Represents victory, exactly.
Says, and he stayed yet other 7 days and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him anymore. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry.
Mm-hmm.
On the Sabbath too.
Man. Ooh. Man.
First
Rest.
day of the first month.
Damn.
Wow. Imagine him in that ark. He still was working. He wasn't just chilling.
Yeah.
Minimum so much. Go.
Yeah.
I had to clean up.
That's what I'm saying. He was getting ready for the first day after deliverance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was getting ready for it. He had, like you said, he had work to do.
Yeah.
The Lord didn't say just go in the ark and he just for 5 months he just
Indian style way.
no.
So I just want to bring out what you just mentioned about the olive leaf.
Kind of
This is olive leaves and branches universally symbolize peace, hope, and victory. Across ancient and modern cultures, they represent reconciliation, renewal, and wisdom. Is that what the renewal?
That's right.
That's right.
That bird could have plucked off any old leaf it wanted to, but the spirit of the Lord had to pluck off that olive. That's heavy.
Wow.
That's right. Go ahead.
Genesis 8 and verse 14, it says, and in the second month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dry. And the Most High spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth.
And say, be fruitful and multiply.
There you go.
You see? Go ahead.
That they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kinds went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an altar unto Yahweh, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And Yahweh smelled a sweet savor. And Yahweh said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done, while the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease.
See that? So the Lord was pleased with that sacrifice. Noah praised the Lord for delivering him. You know what I'm saying? And then he was giving instructions on how to move forward. You see? Now that we established that, now we want to move to what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? As far as the precepts to let you know that war is coming, and those prophecies and all those things that Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all the prophecy the same thing. You see? They all saw the destruction of Babylon the Great. You see? That deliverance, that consummation of the marriage between the bridegroom and the bride, which is Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel, the new bodies, the coming back down as New Jerusalem, the first day of forever, all that's to come. But we've been given that ahead of time. You see, we can see that vision. I remember a few years ago, I remember Elder Apostle Hall was talking about how he could see the destruction coming. He could see these people getting burnt up. He could see this. He could see that. You see, we can see what the Lord wants us to see. He wants us to see. He wants us to hate this place enough to watch it burn.
That's why he left us here.
You know what I'm saying?
So the more you hear, you're gonna hate this.
He made it.
That's right.
Too over the past 5 years, it's gotten worse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely turned up. Who has something?
If I grab this, just laying back on what we just read in Genesis 8, how after it was all said and done, Noah offered up a sacrifice, and it said that it was a sweet savor, in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shah. But this is Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 40 in the NLT. For on my holy mountain, the great mountain of Israel, says the sovereign Lord Yahweh, the people of Israel will someday worship me, and I will accept them. There I will require that you bring me all your offerings and choice gifts and sacrifices. Here's the point. When I bring you home from exile, when it's all said and done, second death, come back down out of the chariots, right, out of that ark. When I bring you home from exile, you will be like a pleasing sacrifice to me, and I will display my holiness through you as all the nations watch.
There you go. You got it.
You got it.
Yep. And that's the point. So just as, Noah came out that ark, he offered up that sacrifice, and it was pleasing unto the Lord. Well, and when the elect come back out that ark, when they come out of the chariots, and the Lord Yahweh Shai brings us back to the land, that's going to be like a pleasing sacrifice unto the Lord.
All right, somebody get that 2 Peter again, because we about to transition. And then somebody get high time to wake out of sleep. Was it Romans 13?
2 Peter what? Verse 3?
3? Yeah.
All right.
And then whatever precepts y'all got,
For sure.
make it rain.
Want to start at like 3? Or,
Yeah, this reserved under fire.
okay,
Yeah.
further down.
It's like 10, I think.
Okay, yeah. This is 2 Peter chapter 3. And I'll start at verse 10. It says, But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away.
I said that rain came like a thief in the night.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Even though they were warned of the rain, still they were warned of everything. It still came like a thief.
Go ahead.
It says, 2 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Mm-hmm.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Now, how is that gonna happen? Somebody get the Smith that blow at the coals. Somebody hold Isaiah 9, where it talk about this war is gonna be fought with fuel and fire.
Yo,
See, cause we ain't just telling you war coming, we telling you how it's coming. Who orchestrating it? You know what I'm saying? We literally giving you the whole shebang.
The who, what, when, where, how.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why is good.
Yeah, but just because I can't tell you this is gonna be Saturday at 6 o'clock, then I'm the devil.
Right.
So, okay. Okay. You can think what you want to think. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Peter is telling the prophecy of how it's gonna end. You see? And the Lord is gonna come in the midst of all of that. You see? So, bro, just think about Revelation 13 through 20. It literally tell you how it's gonna happen.
Play by play.
Blow by blow. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Lord call it play, you execute.
I need the one.
I got that Isaiah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got the Isaiah 9.
I
Yeah.
got the one.
Get the Smith that blow at the coals first, then get Isaiah 9.
I got that one. This
Because Isaiah 9 is gonna go from fire and war to the kingdom.
It's government being upon his shoulder. This Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire."
Right? I would say a smith back in the day, they was making swords. Right? You take the steel, you beat it into the shape, you burn it, then you cool it off, and then you kill people with it.
Artisans of metal, yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I've created the waster to destroy."
I would say the waster is the nigga that created the missile. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's pretty much the point.
Okay, now go to Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 9.
Now keep in mind, while all this science and technology and all this has been increasing, so has wickedness. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna go from the old way of fighting to the new way of fighting, man. They got drones and all kind of stuff now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Keep going.
Verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end.
That's what I'm saying. But war is gonna have to bring that kingdom in. That's why it's going into that World War III. You see? So while this is all going on, what you got? 2nd Ezra 13. You got what? Countless precepts. Y'all, if y'all want them, get them. But that's what I'm saying. Peter is telling you that the Lord is gonna come back in the midst of all this war. You see? And that's what I'm saying. You ain't never seen thermonuclear war. We haven't seen that.
Right.
You see? Just like they never saw rain. You see? But that thermonuclear fire is gonna bring in what the Lord said. He's gonna burn wickedness off the planet. You see? And whoever don't get burnt up, you're gonna clean your mess up. You see? Go ahead. What you got, y'all?
Yeah, I got them. Nahum 1, pointers in 10, but I'm going to start at verse 7 because you said earlier the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night. But this is Nahum 1 and 7. It says, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. And he knoweth them that trust him. We going into the ark earlier. You know, that ark represented that stronghold, which ultimately Yahushai represents a stronghold. You know, that's right. Verse 8 says, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of this place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. That's the point right here. Oh, it says, affliction shall not rise up a second time, for while they be folded together as storms, and while they are drunken as drunkards, all right, because again, you know, it speaks in Luke that surfeiting would be done in the earth, and pretty much we're warned not to be or have our hearts overturned within surfeiting. Loosely paraphrasing. You know, so it says, for while they be folded together as thorns, and while they are drunkards as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry. You know, so right there it's telling you, you know, eating and drinking, marrying and giving in a marriage. Right when they're doing that, Yahweh Shai or the nukes ultimately, you know, are gonna come down and then fuck them up. You know, but that's the point on there.
That's it. That's the final judgment.
That's right. That's right.
Second death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in that name whom I had.
Yeah, I'll go back to the Isaiah 9. Isaiah 9 and verse 7, it says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
So that's what's going to lead to the kingdom, fire. Like it says in what's that Malachi 4?
Yep. Yeah.
Can we get that real quick? Malachi 4 also describes, you know,
I got it.
the day of the Lord with like extreme fire.
Burn like an oven.
When you read it in the NLT, it says the final admonition. So the final warning will go out, and then fire. You know,
It says Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
see that day coming. Go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai of hosts.
And the Lord told the wicked scribes and Pharisees, how should you escape that? Like, if you are meant for that, you're going to be in it.
Right.
Dude, there's no way to escape it if you are of that number that you'll have to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Either way.
It says that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. So more on, oh,
Nah, you could okay, you go back to where you're
Isaiah 9 and 7 says, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it.
So we know by what we're reading that a war has to break out associated with fire in order for the throne of David to be set up.
That's when the Lord pop up. That's when the husband come.
You know what I'm saying?
I got to put something back there real quick. It's Joel 3. I'm gonna just get straight to it in verse 15. It says, the sun and moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So you match that up with 2 Corinthians 13, where he intervenes in the midst of the fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's all throughout the scriptures, the fashion in which we transition from this dirty ass kingdom to the kingdom of heaven.
All right. If I get one land back off you.
God.
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 20, verse 20.
Hey, somebody.
It's like I'm skipping down here at verse 22 saved in the GNT. You have raised questions about those who will survive until the end. The answer is that the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from dangers the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty. Just going to what you just read, about how he's going to be that stronghold for his people. And that's the elect. Those have stored up that good work, those good works in faith. Just like Noah did.
Mm-hmm. But even them, even the people that's on fire, it ain't like we gonna mosey on into the kingdom.
Right.
This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that the judgment must begin at the house of God, those who know the Israelites. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel?
That's what I'm saying. That's the same thing with Noah. Same thing with Noah. Noah was doing what he was supposed to do. Everybody else wasn't. And he got delivered and they didn't.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Blessed is that servant whom the Lord, when he comes, finds so do.
Yep. Because salvation is being saved from destruction.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what salvation is.
Oh, it bothers me so much when they say they saved.
That's what I'm saying. What are you fighting for if you're already saved?
God damn.
There has to be an element of something that you have to be saved for, or what's the purpose?
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord said, he that endureth to the end, same shall be saved.
Right.
So what are you enduring?
Right.
That's really a proud statement.
Yeah, it would be vain, basically. Yeah, it's very.
Especially, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody that's saying they already saved is wicked as hell.
Yes.
Look at their lives. Look how they respond to being told what the Bible is talking about.
Right.
But you saved already?
Yeah, like the Lord gonna give you like pretty much like you saved now, and if you don't be saved, then the Lord you giving the Lord an ultimatum. I've been saved for 60 years. I'm saved already.
Right.
That's
So
a
you
very
need salvation.
That's what I'm saying. Back teeth full of abomination.
That's right. Well, that ties into Amos 5.
Damn.
where it says, "Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord."
Yep.
A lot of them are those that walking around saying they're saved and they're not.
What end is it for you?
Exactly.
That's right.
You know.
It's 1 Peter 4:18. It says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?"
That's what I'm saying. So if the righteous are gonna scarcely be saved, that means we're gonna be scared too.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the whole point.
Remnant word Friday.
That's the whole point.
Hey,
So
I'm sorry. If the prophets were scared when they were writing it,
So much, man.
come on now.
Yeah,
It's on the eye of the storm, bro.
Ezra said, "Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days?"
that's it. That's it.
We're gonna be tested, man. This real quick for you.
Keep going.
Second Ezra 7:18. It says, "Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the
There
wise.
you go.
For they that have done wickedly and have suffered straight things, and yet shall not see the wise."
That's what I'm saying. Y'all, that's what, bro. You talk about being knee deep in the shit.
Boy,
What you gonna do when the shit up to your hairline? You hairline deep in the shit.
hey
You
man.
gonna find ain't no funeral. Let me see. Ain't no funeral.
You know what I'm saying? So having that understanding of what the Lord is bringing is a blessing. You see, because you got a chance to get right before this happens.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know.
Bring it up.
Point. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 21. Because again, like we're going into when the Lord brings us destruction, He's gonna save His remnant during that destruction He's gonna bring. It says, "For the king trusteth in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High, he shall not be moved." All right. Now, you know, if Lord's will, we're of the elect. Obviously, the king starts with Yahweh Shai, but if we're of the elect, then we're also kings and priests. You know, and do trusting in the Lord and trusting in His mercy when He brings His wrath, we're going to be spared, and that's that mercy. All right. But it says, go ahead.
You bring it up all the time. When they were thrown into that furnace, they walked into the furnace praising the Lord.
Yeah.
So there's a certain mindset that the elect are gonna have as they're going through the straight gate.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, these people, they're not equipped. They don't have the armor. They don't have the arsenal to deal with this test.
That's right.
You see?
Man, bro, like I'm glad you brought that point up because when those three holy children walked into the furnace, when the flame was turned up, even those big mighty men that walked in there got burned the hell up.
Yep.
You know, and they still continue to walk forward. You know.
Yep. I want to say, and then they called on the Lord and He showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pulled up on. Down.
Go ahead.
Right. Verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. But if I can add, and that's of course we know that hand to be Yahweh Shah. You know, that's why He says in John chapter 5, He says, "For the Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment to the Son." You know, just like King David wrote out a hit list on his deathbed to give it to Solomon. You know, well, hey, Psalm 72, it says, "Give thy king thy judgments," and that's what the Most High has done to His only begotten Son. He gave him the judgments. Like, hey, here goes a hit list. So when Yahweh Shah come back, He gonna find out all the Most High's enemies. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in His wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit thou shalt destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. You know, so that's the destruction the Lord is going to bring. But in the midst of His destruction, He's going to have that mercy reserved for the remnant. You know, and then afterward, we shall reign. Lord will work that number, but we shall reign as kings and priests. You know,
Somebody got that Romans 13.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that
Pull
now
that word for salvation, Baba Kashab.
Put a word time to in that.
Yeah.
So I'll read the verse first and I'll get the word there. Romans chapter 13, verse 11, it says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than when we believe." All right, now when you get that word time, that word time in the Greek is kairos, right? And it says due measure, a measure of time, a larger or smaller portion of time. But I'm gonna go down to the Thayer's Greek lexicon down here for the verse. It says universally a fixed and definite time, right? So it's a fixed and it's a definite time that Lord got set up.
Yep. Prophecy.
that's right.
Then that word salvation. I'm sorry, sorry.
No, I'm just saying appointed.
Oh,
You know,
yep.
But keep reading on time though in that same paragraph you read.
All right. So going back here, it says a fixed and definite. Oh, okay, I got you. Yep, a fixed and definite time. That time when things are brought to crisis.
Shit.
The decisive epoch waited for it.
Yeah, you got it. Dang, you got it.
Yeah, no, that's the same. It makes me think of that part there, 'cause that's the same word when you read in Luke 21. It says when
Yep.
the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. You know, so, after when Jerusalem was trodden down by the Gentiles and the times is fulfilled, these are the signs that you will begin
Right.
to see
That's right.
before Christ comes, like you was going into.
Yep.
You know,
Measure the time
There
diligently.
you go. That's right. That's right.
then it said the state of times of things and events of time, right? And then that word salvation in the Greek is soteria. All right, soteria, deliverance, preservation, safety, salvation.
That's what I'm saying. How you already saved, my nigga?
Yeah.
How you already saved from what though?
Christ ain't even came yet.
That's what I'm saying. You can still get hit with a sucker punch. What you saved from?
Right.
Straight bullets. Yeah.
Come on.
Read on.
Still in the rehearsal stage.
Yep. Deliverance from the molestation of enemies.
That's what I'm saying. Putting that chip in your dog ass.
Man, that crying out.
That's that molestation right there. They gonna put you in that cattle squeezer where you can't move, and then they gonna give you that goddamn me medicine
Yes.
via the chip, the RFID microchip. For all you sucker MCs out there.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
It says, in an ethical sense, that which concludes to the soul's safety or salvation.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna build up to being delivered, man.
Right. Right.
Keep going.
It says of the messianic salvation.
That's what I'm saying. How you say that you ain't seen the Messiah yet?
Right.
You can't look for nothing to keep going.
Salvation as the present possession of all true Christians of Mashiach.
The elect. Until the Messiah come pick up the elect, you ain't saved from a BB.
Right. Right.
Go ahead.
It says future salvation.
Future salvation. That's what I'm saying. So we giving you the build up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see? You are already saved. Child, please. Go ahead.
The sum of benefits and blessings which Mashiachim redeemed from all earthly ills.
That's what I'm saying, man. Talking about our bodies being changed after we get beamed up to be delivered. I was saying we got to be delivered from destruction.
All right.
Hell, we got to be delivered from the 2/3.
We gotta be delivered from our flesh.
We got so much that we need to be delivered from.
For Esau.
If I can add, scripture says in Romans 8, for we are saved by hope. But if you're already saved, what do you need hope for?
Right.
So the very fact that you say, oh, I hope, okay, what, that proves that you're not saved.
They don't even know it's a test coming.
Nah,
It's gonna be a pop quiz to these niggas.
man.
Back in school, we used to walk in the classroom. He ain't been paying attention.
Man.
So ask for that pop quiz.
Man.
Just sitting there looking at the paper.
You might as well take off. You might as well take off running.
Right. That's these niggas.
Was that it on that time?
It says future salvation, the sum of benefits and blessings which Mashiachim redeemed from all earthly ills or bad times. Right, well, evil means bad time, but all earthly ills will enjoy after the visible return of a Mashiach from heaven and the consummated and eternal kingdom of the Most High.
That's what I'm saying. You're not saved until that happens. And if you think you saved already, you're gonna be the ones that he catch eating mice and snakes. And the Lord, the slain of the Lord shall be many in Isaiah 66. We'll say what we say earlier. Okay, what you waiting on the day of the Lord for? You know what I'm saying? What end is that gonna be for you? You know what I'm saying? I would say you still committing adultery, you still eating abominations, you still cussing out the prophets, you still got all this shit going.
You still worshiping Satan. You do as thou wilt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, nigga.
So when the Lord do come back, it ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
You had something, Shaw?
I do. It's real quick. Jeremiah 8:20. It says the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. Now, when you go into what's going on here and why this was written, Jeremiah was warning Jake that the Babylonians was getting ready to come and insurrect Jerusalem. So there was an insurrection that was coming around that time, and he was letting them know, look, you're comfortable right now, but you ain't saved.
Right.
I bring that out to say, the time's coming is going to surpass that.
Yeah.
So people are saying they're saved right now when they weren't even saved back then.
Right.
And
then it speaks about the summer's ended, the harvest is past. We're coming into the harvest right now.
Man,
Harvest is the end of the world.
Dang.
So
that's
Jacob's trouble, MOTB, World War III. That's what I'm saying. These things have to happen for us to be delivered. We're gonna have to be. That's what I'm saying. What's Michael Show stand up?
They the 12 ones.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Why?
because it's gonna be that bad.
Right.
Exactly.
It's gonna be that bad.
And that shows you how much power Esau has.
Mm.
Remember
Yeah.
King David? King David and Joab, they were kicking Esau's ass back then. But then he writing a song, "Who shall deliver me from the strong city, from Edom?"
Mhm.
Because he saw in the future this great power that Esau has, and the great insurrection that's gonna come down. You know, and the Lord's gonna have to intervene.
Right.
You know, like he intervened when he sent an angel to kick Jake's ass, and the Lord said, "Oh, whoa!" He pulled him back.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep. Somebody get Revelation 14, and then was it 15? Yeah, 14, 15, 16. Let's get them verses real quick, and then we're gonna get Revelation 20 and 4. Yeah, let's run through those real quick. And then we're gonna end, unless y'all got more precepts, we can end with Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Revelation 14. What you want, 9?
Yeah.
Revelation 14 and 9.
That's what I'm saying. Cause we done already told you what's gonna be build up to all this fire coming. You see? That final test, that hour of temptation, pursuant to Revelation 3. You see? Says hold fast. If you keep me, I'm gonna keep you in the hour of temptation. Don't let nobody take your crown. Right? This is the test that's coming up. This is the what you need to be saved from. You're not saved already.
Can I read 4 and 5 and then jump
Do
in?
what you got to do, brother.
Revelation 14 in verse 4, it says, "These are they which were not defiled with women," other philosophers, "for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men."
That's what I'm saying. Within that, the Lord sacrificed himself for us. He was resurrected. You know what I'm saying? We holding fast to that word. We not budging. You see, this is the reward. Okay? Go ahead.
Being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile.
The no guile pile. The Lord Ben set that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to be. It's easy. I would say it's easier to be wicked than it is to be righteous. Go ahead.
For they are without fault before the throne of God. Jumping down to verse 9.
I want to say, now that's how you be saved. And it ain't here yet. It's still building up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the angel, it's verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark."
Right? I'll say the beast is the rival of the Roman Empire. His image is all how fucked up he run everything. You know what I'm saying? White Jesus, homosexuality, the chip, you know what I'm saying? Technocracy. They want to cross out the Lord, replace him with medicine and technology and all this BS, and then they want you to prove that you down with it by letting them finger you.
Hey, yo.
Go ahead.
All right, verse 9 begin from the top. You ain't lying. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God."
You see that? And the title, when you got in the blue letter, the heading says "Doom for the worshipers of the beast."
Oh, mine says "harvest of the earth."
Oh wow.
See, "Doom for the worshipers of the beast" sound way better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now get Revelation 15
from the top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Revelation 15 from the top. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous. 7 angels.
See, this is the test that niggas ain't ready for.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I'm saying. It done built up. Go ahead.
It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. This is the view looking down from being delivered from destruction, from salvation. This is what salvation looks like. Right? You with the Lord in the ships, looking down at the destruction that you scarcely were saved from. Right? Somebody get 1 Corinthians 15, where Paul was talking about our bodies being changed, because that's the consummation of the marriage in the chariot.
That's right. Come on, flip.
You see? Go ahead.
It says, and I saw, verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh Bashim Shah, Almighty, just and true are thy ways.
I would say, you think Noah waited till he got off the boat to praise the Lord, or you think he was praising the Lord while he was on it?
He's on it.
When them doors shut, you don't think he was praising the Lord then?
Right. Hey, beauty of it. Before they even thought the ark came, he been praising the Lord.
You
That's
know what I'm
what
saying?
gave him the thought to build the ark.
Come on, man.
Yep.
He was in the chariot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, at his time. Yeah. That was the
Let's go
right there.
Now, that was it on that. Bring out what you got.
1 Corinthians 15.
Yeah, let's go.
This is 1 Corinthians 15. I'm going to start at 50 and read the first 52.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
That's what I'm saying. Where we gonna be changed at? We gonna be changed in the chariot. When Yahweh Shah the bridegroom consummates with the bride, talks about the laws being put in our inward parts. Our bodies got to be changed for the laws to be put in our inward parts.
Exactly.
You see? Go ahead.
Yeah, and just to add to that point, because it says flesh and blood shall not inherit. Obviously, there are going to be bodies in the kingdom of heaven, new physical bodies with flesh and blood. But what he's saying is these bodies that we possess right now are not going to be there. That's why, like you're saying, Taquan, we're going to have those new bodies. Because in these bodies, even though we're in the truth right now, but there's so much corruption that was done before the truth and such, so much shit that we did. And even unfortunately, as we were in the truth, certain things that we fall short from. You know, so we're gonna have to be changed in order to inherit it. This body cannot get it.
That verse in the NLT, it says that these bodies got to be changed as the bodies that won't die. How do we do that? How do we do that? With the Lord programming us to not sin no more. Sin is why we die.
You're gonna have to return to your original birth, basically.
Right.
We can't inherit the kingdom in these decaying bodies.
Hell no.
You know, the way we were born was not. We had to come in, into the earth and be born through a woman, but that, in the original estate, we were born directly from the Most High.
Man, that's right. That's right.
John said, John, first chapter.
That's right.
They were born out the will of man, of flesh, and of blood, but born of the Most High.
So we don't know if the body's gonna have blood, how it's gonna be. We know not what we should be. We know it's gonna be an upgraded version of this.
God.
Yep.
We don't, we'll just have to see. But we know we're gonna have hands, head, some beards.
Salaki, I said blood, so I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We got something to hope, like we mentioned earlier, 2nd and 7th chapter. We don't have hope for the wild. We're longing for those things.
Yep.
Then I don't even, and I may be wrong, I don't even hear the other Israelite groups talk about the new bodies.
No.
Ah, hell no.
Right. So it's just like they're not thinking about the kingdom. They're not longing for being upgraded. There's a difference between those who are being Israelites and people that just know.
Right. The concept of blood and flesh ain't gonna go away. That's gonna heathen gonna be here, but how does that play out with us?
Right. That's a good point.
We're intrigued by that.
Yeah, that's a solid
Something
point.
to look forward to.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's a hope for.
Oh man. This is verse.
Somebody read that verse in the NLT too. Go ahead and finish it in the KJV, but I want to hear it in the NLT too.
For sure. Verse 52. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
That's salvation.
Mm-hmm.
That's salvation, man. Go ahead.
And we shall be changed.
Come on now.
And I'm gonna look that word changed up as well while they're bringing that, in the NLT or whatever version.
Let me read the NLT.
Baba Kasha.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 52 in the NLT. 51 in the NLT, it says, but let me reveal to you a wonderful secret. We will not all die.
That's what I said. Did everybody know that? What Paul was talking about? The Lord shared a secret with his friend. And you see how much they hated Paul.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says 1 Corinthians 15 and 51 in the NLT. But let me reveal to you a wonderful secret. We will not all die, but we will all be transformed. It will happen in a moment, in the blink of an eye, when the last trumpet is blown. For when the trumpet sounds, those who have died will be raised to live forever. And we who are living will also be transformed For our dying bodies must be transformed into bodies that will never die.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we talking about. Because that's what the Lord promised.
Right.
Don't nothing else matter. Like for real. Like nigga, fuck you, bro. If you bye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It talk about how people gonna be shocked and appalled when they see the elect get beamed up.
Wisdom of Solomon, good chapter.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'll just finish out the verse 4, 3. It says, For our dying bodies must be transformed into bodies that will never die.
Mm-hmm.
Our mortal bodies must be transformed into immortal bodies.
You see that? That's what I'm saying. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, I'm saying when Noah came off that boat, he had instructions on how to move forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we those men, when we get delivered from this destruction, we gonna have instructions moving forward.
And you need that body to carry those instructions out.
You know?
Yeah, because like I say, the wages of sin is death. So to have the law, statutes, and inward parts, you gotta be in a body that's not subject to death.
Absolutely.
No sin equals immortality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, and for these so-called Christians that try to hijack John 3:16, you got no idea what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
They think it's small.
But I was saying, how you gonna get everlasting life acting the way you act? You think vocab gonna have everlasting life?
Hell no.
the way he bring out John 3:16, you think it's gonna play out like that?
Educate.
No, man. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, I'm reading 1-4. Know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So that verse to state that Yahshua was talking about those original bodies.
Right.
For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven. If so be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked. For we naked as hell right now in these bodies.
Man.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up by life.
That's right.
So that's those new bodies, which we obviously we don't know how it's gonna look. But so we back to that original focus on the first state like Yahshua was talking about. But that mortality's gonna be swallowed up. Death.
It's like the sons of God on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like literal sons of God.
Man, oh death, where is our sting?
Man, I'm talking about who we need new bodies.
Yeah. Upgrade.
Bruh. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Might have put a word change it out real quick.
Oh yeah. Then Revelation 20:4.
This the word changed in 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. And the word in the Greek is pronounced alasso. And it says in the outline of biblical usage to change, to exchange one thing for another, to transform.
Yep, for the mortal to the immortal.
And I like how even in Sirach, even though, we're going into the flood earlier, which that right there acted as a foreshadowing of what's to come. But it made mention that Noah was an exchange, so there was an exchange that was made, for the world, But when you jump down to the Thayer's Greek lexicon, it says to cause one thing to cease and another to take its place. So these bodies are going to cease and the new bodies are going to take the place of the old. And it says to vary the voice.
Yeah, you ain't no way you can be saved in this body.
Hell no.
Especially 50 years ago. Go ahead.
And this brother has a precept to this next point that's brought out, if that's cool with you. It goes right into
break it all out.
But it says to speak in a different manner according to the different conditions of the mind. So our whole mind is going to be changed, and our whole conversation is going to be permanently righteous, with that body, But that's pretty much the heavier points of the definition of the word change.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Second, after him, can I bring out one as well?
Oh yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 6.
Y'all can let it rain.
Second Ezra 6 and 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning.
Man, bro. So the mind of the inhabitants, the elect, are going to be changed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope. Bro.
Since their birth, they have not tasted death.
Yeah,
So your original birth was in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to return to that estate, to it. and those bodies that weren't subject to having your mom and dad having to be, eat and come together. It's like that body is going to be directly birthed from the Most High, thus the sons of God.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, just like that house not made with hands, like I read 2 Corinthians 5, made in heavens.
Man.
Right, this Philippians 3, verses 20 and 21. Look up that word vile. For our conversations in heaven, from whence also we look for the salvation, for the Savior, the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body. That's precept from 1 John 3. According to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. So death isn't going to conquer us anymore, any doubt, nothing like that. We're going to be able to have dominion over all things. Death like Yahushua. But look up the vile.
No negative thought in your mind.
Bro.
None of that. You know what I'm saying? Satan fucking with you every day. He ain't gonna deal with that no more.
Yeah.
Bro, every thought that you're gonna have is gonna be to the obedience and will of Yahweh Shah, bettering the earth, bettering just it's gonna be all for progression. You're not gonna have no thought it's gonna be to degressing.
Starting the forwarding of life in every way.
Right. It's the word vile in that verse. The Greek is tapinosis. It says lowness, low estate. So these vile bodies, lowness, low estate. Metaphor of spiritual abasement, leading one to perceive and lament his moral littleness and guilt.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's it. That's these bodies right now.
Moral littleness. Before we got this truth, the shit that you would look at it and be like, oh, that's okay. You look at it now, you're like, well, hell no. Those are evil thoughts, those are evil habits. Like, if you really changed it as true, you probably wouldn't get along as much with your old self. You kind of look back at him, you're like, that guy's a nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, certain moments you get pissed off at certain shit you did before the truth. Like it's like, damn.
You know?
Yeah, bodies are low as hell. And
Yep.
the Strong's definition says depression in rank or feeling, humiliation, be made low, low estate vile. So these bodies men are through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's depression.
Look, yeah.
Obviously depressed, you're fighting depression. You know?
And the elect, at least we realize we ain't shit. A lot of these people that believe, they think they good. Yeah. They think I'm doing good.
They saved.
They saved already. It's like, nigga, you don't realize that we got a long way to go. And the only way that those gaps get filled when we fall short is when you have shot.
That's right.
It said depression.
Yeah,
That's
depression in the rank of feeling.
Mm-hmm. And when you go into that word depression, it means to like literally press down under. And that's what the flesh does to the spirit. And it says in Wisdom Solomon 9, it says how the earthy tabernacle presseth down the spirit. Yeah, and that's going to that chain of darkness.
Right. In that low estate, low rank right now, where we're supposed to be on a higher level above all nations, but we're at the bottom right.
Yeah.
Vile as bodies.
Damn. Psychospory. Oh man.
All right, where we at?
Okay. Did you have?
You want to do Deuteronomy 1-14?
We can just do 1 through 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just do 1 through 2. Cause see, well, once we come out of those chariots in those new bodies, you know what I'm saying? Those instructions. Did we get Revelation 20 info?
No, that
wasn't. Yeah, let's get that one. And then once we come out of those chariots with those new bodies, with our instructions to move forward, you know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 28 ain't gonna be if you do what I say. It's gonna be because you do what I say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get all these benefits.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai.
You see how I'm saying? Beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. You see? You gotta be, that's what I'm saying. Part of your deliverance, it might be with you getting your head chopped off. You know what I'm saying? A part of Yahweh Shai's walk was to go be crucified, go in that tomb, be resurrected. You know what I'm saying? We signed up for all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like you said a couple weeks ago. Esau got you in a position where he say, well, if you don't take this chip, I'm going to cut your head off. That's prophecy playing out right there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you telling me that you going to cut my head off and if I don't take this chip? That's what Revelation 20 and 4 is all about. And it gives you the reward that you're going to get.
You hear that? You should be excited.
Because at that point, like, what else matters? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
suck at being alive anyway.
You gonna walk into that praising the Lord. He say I suck at being alive.
I'm not really good at it no more.
I'm telling you.
Outside of preaching.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Leave, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be delivered from all that.
Exactly.
You got to be delivered from all that. And if you don't even know that's coming, you're not getting delivered, homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between getting your head cut off and getting your head cut off for the witness of Yahweh Shai. Because you can get your head cut off for both, but which one are you going to get a reward for? You know? Go ahead.
In the middle part of verse 4, it says, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years.
That's what I'm saying. So living and reigning with Yahweh Shai for 1,000 years, we call that the first day of forever, because you were delivered from the destruction. That's what salvation means, to be delivered from destruction. Now, after you deliver from that destruction, your body done changed, your spirit done changed. You got all these benefits from standing so stiffly, right? Now, let's get Deuteronomy 28 in the first couple verses, and then we can close out.
It's Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. All right, it reads, and it shall come to pass that thou shalt hearken diligently.
That's what I'm saying, because we're going to be in a body that can actually keep this up. We're going to be hearkening diligently. So everything that we about to hear about, that's what it is. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to sell no T-shirts. We trying to get out of Babylon the Great,
Right.
according to what the scriptures say. Go ahead.
And how that's gonna be, we can imagine, but we can't really fully understand
Right.
the state.
Right.
Because being in complete order, like we always talk about the angels, like the celestial, we're gonna be like the celestial, like the angels, but on earth, but we still gonna be able to experience the flesh in a way of
Right.
marriage and emotions.
No, not yet.
You're gonna have that joy of eating a sandwich, but still be like an angel.
Well, you know what proves that is Yahweh Shai said he go drink wine with.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
human function.
yeah, and you drink wine for enjoyment. You don't drink wine just to fucking drink it. You drink it because it makes you feel good.
That's right.
So we gonna be in that state, but be in perpetual order, like the angels, like the sun and the moon. We're not gonna go out of course. So when we talk about these things, we're stationed, but we're still in our imagination, in the hope and faith of it. So if you're listening to this lesson, there's a part of it there's a gap of knowledge and data, and that gap has to be filled in with faith and hope. Faith is the other side of knowledge. It's the evidence of things not seen. So understand that when you read this here in Deuteronomy, these next couple of verses, that this is something that it has to be inside of you in a way that's not even tangible, man. That you can't even quantify. Okay.
You always talk about that color that people can't see. Like you can't describe a new color to a person if they haven't seen it. There's no reference. The gift of faith we've been given. You can't just give that to somebody else. But hey, can you see it? They can't see.
It's got to be put inside of you by the Holy Spirit.
It's a gift.
That foretaste.
Right? And so this is what we're talking about right now, if you can receive it. If that's why the scriptures talk about he that has ears, let him hear. It's a different level of understanding of computation. All right?
Deuteronomy 28 and 1 again for the top. Right? It reads, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice.
Bro, imagine being overtaken with blessings. Bro, we was overtaken with curses. We know what that's like. So imagine being overtaken with blessings, right? Because you were saved from destruction.
Yeah.
And given a new body and given all these benefits for being obedient and for standing so stiffly. You see?
Yeah, like that song from Ice Cube.
Today was a good
Today was a good day. He was overtaken
Yeah.
with blessings that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga had a good ass day. To that song.
No swine.
Yeah.
That day she didn't cook it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now times that by a million.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Still niggas on the basketball court.
one down there.
Did a triple double. You know? You know what I'm saying?
He was counting his stats.
Ooh. I'll tell you, clouded.
Now, fuck around, that triple double. You know?
Oh man.
Ice Cube did like hella rebounds, like you.
Got that
It
one.
is in your direction. Right? So we're gonna have that for eternity, man.
Man.
Like damn, it's cherries out here. Yeah. You know, outside is a cherry. It's like driveway.
Oh man.
Oh, fleet of chairs. You know, they got his car collection. Look at the garage. They got all fleet of chairs.
It tells you how Isaiah 4th chapter. It tells you how there's gonna be
Yep.
a chariot on every man's dwelling. That's gonna be there. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know. Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:2 again. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken.
You know what? Just read all the way down to 14. I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Okay, cool.
We need this.
Yeah. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shall be thou when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee and thy storehouses, and in all thou settest thine hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. The Lord shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways, which we won't be able to not do. Jeremiah 31.
So we're gonna be perpetually blessed.
Right?
Man.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by thy name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. It's the complete opposite right now.
Man.
And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, and in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto the land of his season, and to bless all the work of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God.
That's what I'm saying.
Worrying about what somebody else think.
Right.
It's gonna be automatic.
You ain't gonna be worrying about somebody else's decision about what you got going on.
Right.
Man, I'm hoping and pray for me out there. I'm trying to get this job.
It's long.
You ain't gonna do that shit no more.
Above only.
Nope.
You know.
You're gonna be denying Elon loans.
Oh, your credit score is bad.
Yeah, no. And it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different requirement. Oh, your son was responsible for trying to, he was thinking about doing an idol, something, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, say no, just because we can. Just
Oh, you just want to say
it's all gonna be righteous either way, though.
Anything that we do is gonna be
No.
purposeful. It's gonna be beneficial.
how about no, sorry, Slug. No, I was just gonna just add on to your point, yo, but it's like you won't be able to see into the future to be able to be like, okay, no, in the future you're gonna do this, so I'm not gonna do that for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It can go so many
It
ways.
goes so many
Yeah,
ways.
you can only imagine.
Perfect judgment, man.
That's it, right?
One more verse.
Okay.
Verse 14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve.
That's what I'm saying. That never went away.
God.
Call all Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Straight up.
Shot.
Hey, Lord willing, that was edifying. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Oxen teaching about the mind wa Math. That's the sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Woo.